And you will.
You'll see me again.
I don't take no. Come out. Hello. I didn't say hello.
Just name my day, okay? Name my name.
That'll cost you $5.
Don't worry. Get that compliment on my paper, okay?
Both of you,
when I was here last week, I promised you that I would deliver to you the next mayor of the city of New York. He's Brooklyn's own Bill Thompson.
Get used to that music, let me tell you. Good afternoon, everybody. Let me first, Robin, it's a pleasure. Good seeing you. Ed, thank you for the introduction. And it is great seeing everybody this afternoon. I've been told I have 2 minutes. 2 minutes, so I need to talk fast. The first thing, let me again introduce myself. I'm Bill Thompson, former controller of the city of New York, former president of the New York City Board of Education, former deputy borough president of this great borough of Brooklyn. It is wonderful to be here today. Let me just talk briefly, even though there's one person that I have to acknowledge, because I worked with him for years. It was great to see Ken Haber. Ken, it is always a pleasure. Ken and I worked together when I was deputy borough president. He has always been one of the great New Yorkers and one of the great Brooklynites. Good seeing you, Ken. It's a pleasure. This election, this year, and as a matter of fact, the election primary is September 10th. And I would ask that everybody come out and vote. Yes, I want your vote, but whoever you vote for first, let's make sure we come out and vote. This election is about the future of New York City. What direction are we going to go in? Are we going to be and continue to be a safe city? And then we're all concerned about making sure that our neighborhoods stay safe. And we can do that. We can keep our neighborhoods safe. I'm committed to adding police officers, making sure that every neighborhood is safe, making sure that everybody's treated fairly, and that things like stop and frisk are used constitutionally, but making sure that every neighborhood is safe. Making sure this election is about our education system. I don't know, are there any former teachers in the room? Yes. My mother was a New York City public school teacher for almost 30 years. I learned the value of education. I saw how tough a job it is to teach. Right now, our schools are focused on preparation, test prep, standardized test prep. It has robbed our schools of content. I'm a graduate of Midwood High School. I'm very proud. Midwood people in the room. I'm very proud of the education I received. Very proud of, we had art and music education. I played the viola. I remember how proud I was, how much I learned in that school. It wasn't just about standardized tests. It was about real learning, real comprehension, real critical thinking. We need to bring that back to a school system, and we need an educator again to be our chancellor. We need that again. Yes, we need to make sure that we grow jobs in New York City. We definitely need to make sure that we have more affordable housing, because right now so many of us continue to be priced out and pushed out of our neighborhoods because the rent is too high. And we need to make sure of one thing, and I'm trying to speak as fast as I can. The one thing, our seniors, and maybe I have a little bit more of an appreciation these days because I'm 60 and just turned 60, but I remember my grandfather used to go to the senior center in the neighborhood. It wasn't that my grandmother wasn't cooking for him, because she wasn't. She was a great cook. But that's where his friends were. That's where he went each and every day, no matter how he felt. At times his knee was bad and we had to make sure he got there. But it is in making sure that we honor our commitment to those who made this city great, that we keep our services to our seniors going and going strong, that we don't take steps back, that when there's tough budgets, we don't cut services to seniors, that we realize you are the ones who made this city great. You're the ones who have made Brooklyn great. Everybody wants to come to Brooklyn now. You all remember when people moved away, when people didn't want to live in Brooklyn. Now Brooklyn's the hottest place in the city of New York. But why do you have to make sure that we maintain our services to our seniors? Honor our commitment to those who made this city, who made Brooklyn strong, who stayed here during the tough times and didn't leave. That's what we have to do. So I am running to be the next mayor of this city of New York. I grew up in Brooklyn. As you heard, a graduate of Midwood High School. My grandparents came to Brooklyn, from the Caribbean. They came here in 1939. My mother was a New York City public school teacher for almost 30 years. My dad is still going strong. He is 88 years old. He is in better shape than I am. And if you came in, if he walked through the door, he is trying to pass himself off as my brother these days. And he is getting away with it. That's the thing that really concerns me. But I want to make sure that this city stays safe. I want to make sure our education system really serves our children. I want to make sure that I fight for affordable housing. I want to make sure that the next mayor of the city of New York stands up and fights for services to you. I want to be that mayor. I'm Bill Thompson. I'm a son of this city. And I want your help and your support in being the next mayor of New York. With your help, there is no doubt, I am definitely going to be the next mayor of the city of New York. So to everybody, I know I went over 2 minutes by a little. To everybody, have a great afternoon. And again, thanks for listening to me. Have a great day.
Okay, folks, I know I can't top all that, it's stuck with me again, but just to let you know,